Hey guys, welcome back to the Comic Book Lowdown. I'm Wellington, bringing you guys another pull week video. I review all the books I read this week. No digital books, so that's one thing that won't have to go through. I've only got 4 books to review, so should be semi-short video. And yeah, let's just get started with my only DC title, and that was Batman Inc. issue number 10. I'll show you guys the gateway cover. Had to fly in here. I'll show you guys the gateway cover, seeing as how it was the first time I saw it when I read it today, because I didn't want to look at it before. So that's cool. That's a cool cover. Kind of weird, kind of crazy cover. But the story in here is very up and down for me. Probably because I wasn't reading from the start of this book, so there's still some things I'm confused with. It's still going with the Leviathan thing. This book seems better to read all together in one story, more than, you know, just picking it up in the middle, and that's kind of what I did. But from what I get, like, the parts that I like about this are the parts that I'm really just caught up with. And that's more of the Batman parts, more of the Red Robin and Nightwing parts, just things going on in Gotham. And the parts that I just pushed to the side are the things with Knight and Ranger now, who I'm pretty sure used to be Squire, and Wingman, who is Jason Todd, and not Red Hood. So, you know, there's some things there. There's some things that they're doing in this that are inconsistent with Batman continuity that's going on in, you know, like Detective Comic, or yeah, that's going on in Detective Comics that I'm thinking that they're gonna do in this, seeing as how the gateway cover has Batman as the Man-Bat, and that Kirk Landstrom, or whatever his last name was, the guy who made the Man-Bat serum, is in this issue, where he wasn't in, or like he was in Detective Comics, but then that big thing happened to him there, and it kind of is like negated in here, that like it's like that never happened. So what I'm guessing is that they're just doing 2 different stories, but they're featuring the same characters really. So that's the only thing I can guess from that. That part didn't really. Well, it did end up interesting me with this big thing that happens at the end of this issue that I don't want to spoil. You know, Batman is still reeling from Damian's death. It's not so much, he's not so brooding and all that kind of stuff. We get some Lucius Fox and interaction with him and Batman, that is, or him and Bruce Wayne, I should say. That's pretty cool. We get a prelude to the big thing that happens at the end of this issue when he's talking with Lucius Fox. It's really cool. I can, maybe this is a minor spoiler. Yeah, so minor spoiler alert if you plan on reading this, which I don't think anybody else but me is. But minor spoiler alert, this whole Man-Bat thing on the cover, it kind of happens. So there it is. That's not a minor spoiler, actually. That's a full-on spoiler. Sorry if you guys listened to it thinking it was gonna be minor. But this issue was pretty cool. I definitely liked there's a scene where the Gotham police are putting up giant wanted signs for the Batman, and they're taking down the bat signal, and James Gordon, or Commissioner Gordon's just like witnessing all this, and he's kind of like just has his head down through it all, and that's pretty cool. And Talia, her plan is still going on, and she talks to the Ra's al Ghul, and he kind of like says to her that there's something that she's overlooked, but he doesn't tell her what, and that frustrates her. So, you know, we're definitely this story's moving along. There are just some pieces to this that I don't understand, and that's why this definitely reads better altogether if you start from probably issue number 1 than if you just jumped on at the issue number 8 point like I did, or issue number 7. But for the parts that you can just go with from issue number 7 and 8, the story's pretty good. And I definitely like the art. you know, some people don't like the art because they say it's a little too cartoony for Batman or whatever. I think it's pretty good. I don't have a problem with it, but that's just my kind of art style that I favor. But anyways, that was an alright issue. I'm going to stick with it, of course. One thing that actually pissed me off about this, and it wasn't the issue, it was an advertisement for a new 52 title, and it sucks ass. I'll show you. I'm sorry I'm cursing on my videos now. But let me show you guys this. It's called The Green Team, and for those of you who are well versed in DC history, you probably know what the Green Team is. But when I saw this, I was so mad, like what they're doing here, and it's about these just teenage trillionaires that they kind of try to like run the DC universe, and this is the cover for the first issue. So that really makes me mad, seeing as how they're canceling Deathstroke and then putting him in this, you know, this Green Team book that wasn't even successful when it first came out. So that's frustrating, because I really liked the Deathstroke book, and now it's gone for some bull. And yeah, but Batman Incorporated was a pretty good issue. But again, I already did my review on it. Next up, Deadpool Killustrated issue number 4. I thought that this would be the end of the whole Deadpool Kills stuff, and it's not. So, you know, we all know by now, if you've been reading this, that there's Deadpool Kills Deadpool afterwards. And this does kind of set it up pretty good. It sets you up to know, you pretty much know how Deadpool Kills Deadpool is going to start. Sherlock Holmes he pretty much sets it all up for this new thing. But before all that, we get we get Deadpool and the Frankenstein monster, you know, just killing characters, killing stories and stuff. You know, they kill the Medusa from the Odyssey and all this other kind of stuff. Sorry, they got that fly again. I need to kill that thing. And yeah, so Deadpool's just going on his killing spree, doing all this and that. He kills the 3 Musketeers, and it's cool where he's like, he says that he's not only killed the 3 Musketeers, but he's killed the very concept of a team. And so when you see the 3 Musketeers are dead, and then the next panel shows just teams of like the Avengers and the X-Men, the Defenders. Sorry, CJ. But that's a shout out for Incredible CJ and his Defenders run. But yeah, so I thought all that was really cool, but the concept in this book, how they close this out, really, just, you know, that now all the murdering and killing that Deadpool has done in the Ideaverse, it's all, you know, crumbling, and now in what I can guess is our reality, all those books have now changed, and now they're all violent. So, you know, instead of like the 3 little pigs, you know, outwitting the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf would just go ahead and eat them, and the story would be 2 sentences long. So it's the kind of things like that. And then we get Deadpool thinking that he's won, and Sherlock Holmes, in a really cool way that I won't spoil how he does it, kind of sets us up for the next thing. So Deadpool Killustrated issue number 4 was a pretty good book, and I'm excited for the final installment of the Deadpool Kills stuff with Deadpool Kills Deadpool. Sticking with Deadpool, we got Deadpool issue number 8. If you thought that Deadpool issue number 7 was just a one-shot thing, like they kind of said it was in the preview, or not the preview, but, you know, just to start out the book in issue number 7, and then you were wrong, because that issue number 7 does impact issue number 8. Issue number 8, wow. I'm pretty glad that the Dead Presidents is over now, and now we're starting with this new thing, and it's very good. I love this issue. This is a great issue of Deadpool. We get that Vetus demon that Deadpool encountered in the 80s, in his 80s issue that was canceled or never came out. So we get him in this. He's trying to, get his payback on, or pretty much he's trying to finish the contract out that Deadpool made with him back in the 80s. And he looks like hell because of what the devil's done to him. And he's pissed. And so he gives Deadpool this list of names of people that have made deals with him and haven't fulfilled those promises and the contract. So now he's looking for Deadpool to kill the people on this list. And if he doesn't kill at least 4 of the 6 names, he'll kill Michael, as Deadpool likes to call him, Magic Mike. So he killed Magic Mike, and and that being Deadpool's really his only friend that's actually alive now. And we get some really cool stuff with Agent Preston and Deadpool. She's gonna be his voice of reason now. Like with Daniel Way's run, his 2 voices in his head were kind of just as crazy as he was, and now we have Agent Preston being his voice of reason, and it's kind of cool that this brings up a point where maybe Deadpool doesn't actually have Agent Preston in his head, and he's just imagining it. He's just imagining Agent Preston being in his head, and that he's just really making up a sassy black woman's voice whenever she's talking. So now we're kind of thinking, well, is Deadpool making it up, or is she actually there? And I'm pretty sure she's actually there, but that's just the kind of thing that that you want to think about. People were kind of debating about the art in this book, whether it be as good as Tony Moore or not. It's not as good as Tony Moore, but it's definitely got that kind of a feel, that cartoony feel. This is by Mike Hawthorne, the art, and I'll just show you guys the first page of this. So it's still keeping the spirit of the art there. It's not as good as Tony Moore. I definitely like the Deadpool, without the mask face that Tony Moore makes more than Hawthorne. But I can deal with this art. I like it. But anyways, Deadpool issue number 8 was definitely a great issue. Probably one of the best so far in this thing. Especially now we're getting a fresh new story with new things happening. There's some great jokes. And it's a pretty good issue. Final book, Scarlet Spider issue number 16. Which was absolutely awesome. I know the Dark Knight 40. I know he said that he dropped Scarlet Spider after this last story arc with the Wolves. I can see where he didn't like it. In my reviews I was like, kind of skeptical on this and whatnot. But this issue is definitely a good one. It's set up. It doesn't really pick up from where the last issue ended. But we get a lot of cool setup. This is kind of works as a one-shot maybe, except for at the end we kind of get something that's going to be happening in the beginning. I don't want to spoil the things that are happening, but the meat of this story is Kane and Wally and Donald and Araceli. They all go to a rodeo, which Kane absolutely hates being there. And, this whole time, Kane is always thinking about, he's a monster. He's trying to deal with all that stuff. And he's hating the rodeo. Annabelle, she comes to the rodeo. She really wanted Kane to go. And, they kind of have a thing without really having a thing with each other. She likes him. He likes her. But he doesn't want to be with her because he's the monster that he always says that he is. He kind of makes her cry by, admitting that he doesn't want to be at the rodeo, and she runs off. And they have an argument about, Kane is saying, I'm a monster. She's like, you might have some bad things in your past, but, you're not a monster anymore. And just at that moment, at this rodeo, character named Armadillo, I'm pretty sure we've encountered him before in the Scarlet Spider series, but I just can't remember when. He kind of is he's running amok at the rodeo. He's drunk, which is really funny to see this big giant monster armadillo looking thing being drunk, and he's riding a bull and stuff, and he's just making this whole big deal because of this girl that is now engaged to another man that, you know, they had a thing together, which is really weird. Him and Scarlet Spider get in a fight, but what Kane learns from this is that at the end of this, kind of spoil this because, you know, it's kind of a big moment for Kane's life. At the end of this fight that Scarlet Spider and Armadillo have, the girl that Armadillo wants, her name is Daisy, she goes back to him, and, you know, he's like, it's like Beauty and the Beast where the monster gets the girl, and then when Kane sees this, he's like, you know what, maybe a monster can be happy with the one that he wants to be happy with, and then he goes back to Annabelle, and, you know, they make up and do all that other kind of stuff. And then we get some serious things that are going to be happening that lead up to the next issue, and it's just a big thing. That's this next story arc is going to be huge. I do want to show you guys the cover to the next issue. It's featuring Wolverine and the X-Men, so, you know, a lot of people dig that story, so I definitely would suggest that, you know, if you're digging that, I don't think it's going to cross over, but it will just feature them. The cover of this next issue looks awesome. Just got to find it. And so jump on a Scarlet Spider from here. It's really cool. It's a really fun book. Christopher Yost does a great job writing. Koi Fam's art in this is pretty solid. Sometimes he's a little hit and miss, but this issue is pretty solid. Can't find the page with the next cover. I guess you guys just have to look it up yourselves. Yeah, because I'm not going to make this video too long just because I'm looking for this. But the next issue is going to be awesome, featuring Wolverine and the X-Men. And look forward to that. Can't wait for that. Now I'm just rambling because I'm still looking for the page. Maybe I made it up in my head. Whatever. I'll just let you guys know that the next issue that they prelude is called Snicked. So definitely gonna have Wolverine in there. Just look it up yourselves because, you know, I think it was actually in Deadpool that I saw that. I'm not gonna look for it. Anyways, but that's my reviews. Look up the thing for Scarlet Spider. And yeah, that's it for me. Might put up my art video today. I've been saying that every video now, and I still haven't done it, but let's just see if I do it today. Definitely look for it tomorrow, if not today. Anyways, I'm Wellington signing off with the Comic Book Lowdown. I'll see you guys next time.